Hi guys. Okay, I got a message from Jocalie asking me if I could do a video on how to make Shealoe, or if I could do a video on how to explain it. I chose to explain it, Joe. It's kind of laborious to make it, and I have another video that I have to do today, so hopefully you'll understand what I'm saying with this. So let's get started. One thing that you need to remember, and this goes for everybody that decides to make either a hair butter, a body butter, or Shealoe. Once you make that hair butter, you can definitely turn it into a Shealoe by adding aloe vera gel or aloe vera juice. Any one of the two will turn it into Shealoe. The difference is the science of getting them to stick together. I found out about 2 years ago when I made my very first Shealoe that I was all happy. It was all nice and blended, and I'm like, yay, I did it. And then I sat it on the counter, and I was like, okay, I know not to get it wet because, at the time I put tea tree in it, but I didn't put enough in it to preserve it. So I just knew not to get the butter wet is what I'm saying. About 2 days later, I'm looking at my Shealoe and I'm noticing little droplets. And I'm like, I know I didn't get it wet. Why is there water in it? Took me a while to figure it out, but it is the aloe vera separating from the butter. And this is why. If you take hardened shea butter and you put it in a bowl, and then you dump aloe vera on top of it, and then you add in whatever oils that you're adding to it, and then you blend it all together, it will come together. But it will not stay that way, because aloe vera is of the ilk of plant that it likes to be what it is. It likes its own composition, and it will not let anything take that away from it. Therefore, it will separate from the butter. So let's look at it this way. Shea butter, marumu, kapuka, any of those butters, almond, cocoa, whatever you're using, are oils. They're just whipped and blended oils. They're cooked and made into butters. And well, not cooked, you know what I mean. Heated up, whipped into air, goes into them nice and light and fluffy, and that becomes butter once they solidify. Okay, so you get that point. But it is an oil nonetheless. Shea butter, aloe vera gel is a water. It is a liquid. And you are trying to bring oil and water together. And the two bump heads. They don't like each other. So what you need to use is an emulsifier, a bond between the two to bring the two together and make them stay. This, I have two forms of emulsifiers that I use when I make my Shealoe. In particular, I use natural emulsifiers. I don't use synthetics because I don't find a need for them. There's no point if I can get it the right way. So I've showed this before. This is emulsifying wax right here. It's palm stearic acid. Don't get upset about the scientific name of it. Stearic acid means wax. That's all it means. It's wax. You could take a candle and look at it and say, hey, that's a vanilla stearic acid. It's wax. It's candle with vanilla essential oil in it for a fragrance. That's what it is. That's all. This particular palm stearic acid is it's fatty acid derived, and it is derived from natural sources, which is palm trees, and it is the wax. This is used to thicken and stabilize formulations. Depending on how much you can add to it, you can thicken a watery mix with a little bit of oils and make it kind of like a creamy cream, but not like a cream, like I want to try and find something like almost like a lotion, we'll say, like a lotion consistency. And my point, in my reason of using it, when I use it, I want to take oil and water and put them together so they stabilize, and that is what I'm using this for. This palm stearic acid, and there are other ones that are derived from vegetable waxes as well. This one's derived from palm trees. Okay, so another one is lecithin. This is regular lecithin. This is a pure vegetable product, so it is vegan friendly. As with the palm stearic acid, it is vegan friendly as well. Again, you know, we try and, you know, be as natural as I can when I make my products. This is a natural liquid state. This is what it looks like. There's no bleaching, there's no cooking, and this is what you get. I'm gonna try and pour a little bit out for you. It's kind of, yeah, that's what you look like. Okay, so that's it. It's really thick, and no, it will not add a yellow tint to your mix. Lecithin will bring oil and water together as well. And it's used in a lot of protein shakes. People drink it too. It's really good for mass builders because, you know, they have some, you know, products they want to put together and make sure that it binds, and then they drink it down, and, you know, they're all nice and happy and buff. In my case, I use the lecithin in my green tea butter. My Scalp Sing green tea butter is what I use the lecithin in for. It binds. I have a little bit of aloe vera in that, and so it binds the aloe vera together with that, and I chose to use that instead of the emulsification wax because I needed to still look like a hardened butter. And palm stearic acid tends to do this. I have two different ones I'm going to show you. These are my home ones, not the ones that I sell. So this is my Shealoe, made with yellow shea butter. That's why the color it is. I love it. It smells like lychee, and as you can see, I can hold this and I put it in my hair. It's going to melt real easy. But it's all together, and the aloe vera gel is in there. It's not going to come out, and it doesn't separate on its own. And that is because of the emulsifying wax that I use to hold it together. Now, e-wax, if you're going to use an emulsifying wax like palm stearic acid, it has to be melted with your oils. That's just how it is. You have to heat up your whatever oils you're adding. If you insist on adding it to the butter with the butter hole, you have to heat the oils, melt the e-wax in the oil, and then mix them together. I don't do that. I melt my shea butter and my e-wax and my oils all together. This is my my Shealoe. See, same thing that I did with my my new shea butter here, and see, it's nice and stiff, but it's still light and holding together, and that is because of the emulsifying wax. And depending on how much e-wax you use is how much hold you're going to get, but that will definitely stabilize and preserve your mix at the same time. So Joe, I hope I was clear. If you still have any questions, you can get back to me. But again, to keep the aloe vera gel from separating from your shea butter to make it an aloe, you need to melt down some emulsifying wax or put some soy lecithin in it. Either way, you still have to heat the soy lecithin too with the oil phase. Melt them all down, let them cool, and then whip them together. Put them in the freezer for like 5 to 6 minutes. Take it out and whip it, and then when you put it in its container, it's going to solidify and harden up a little more, and you're not going to get that separation anymore. So that is how you keep aloe vera from coming out of your Shealoe. So there you go. Hope I was helpful. Video number 2 coming as soon as the girl gets done playing her game. Peace.